Hey y'all, this is Toya with Her Creations. I'm going to be making a lemon bath bomb. To get started, we will be needing 1 cup of baking soda. It can be any brand of your preference. I just chose this brand because it's more common and I already had it in my house. The ingredients is very simple. Just remember 1 cup of baking soda and everything else is a half a cup. Next, we're going to add a half a cup of cornstarch. And this is the same as the baking soda. It can be any brand of your choice. This is just the brand I found at Walmart. And I use this in most of my bath bomb ingredients or recipes. Next, we have Epsom salt. And this right here is a half a cup as well. As I stated just a second ago, remember baking soda is 1 cup and everything else is a half of cup. So we're just going to go ahead and pour this half a cup of Epsom salt into the rest of our dry mixtures. Our next ingredient will be a half a cup of citric acid. This brand is Crafter's Choice. I purchased this from, I think I got it from naturescandles.com. I'm going to go back through my emails just to confirm to make sure, but I think I got it from naturescandles.com. But I will post all the ingredients and the links to the websites in the description section. In this cup right here, I have 1 tablespoon of water and 1 tablespoon of fractionated coconut oil. And then now I'm going to just add 1 drop of food coloring. Some people don't add the liquid food coloring. You can just use Micas if you'd like, or any other color pigments. I just added a little bit of the liquid food coloring just to make my color kind of pop a little bit more, because I do like my bath bombs to be very vibrant when it comes to color. This right here is Crafter's Choice Mica, and excuse me, all that dust went flying everywhere. Oh my gosh, it was a mess. That's why it's good to always wear a mask when using these type of ingredients, or when you're making any type of whether it's body butter or bath bombs. Always wear a mask and gloves. That was 1/8 of a tablespoon of mica. Now we're going to add the vitamin E oil. I used, I think it was 1/8 of a tablespoon as well. Yes, it was 1/8 of a tablespoon. And it was just a tiny bit, just to give it a little bit of vitamin E oil. These bath bombs right here are not for sale. These are just some I'm making for my kids. Normally, I'll add a little bit more vitamin E oil if I was to sell these, just to add in that extra moisture when you're adding this to your bath water. So yeah, so I just I put a tiny bit. These are just for my girls, so I didn't put a lot of vitamin E oil. And you do not want to add too much liquid, because it would change the entire consistency of your bath bombs. They won't stick, and they won't get as hard. So I gave the liquid mixtures a good shake so that everything can mix. Now I'm going to go in and add my Crafter's Choice 100% certified lemon oil. This lemon oil is so potent. This is a bigger bottle. I think I paid under $10 for it, but I will, like I said, post everything in the comment section, or yeah, I'll post everything in the comment section below. That way you guys can have every single ingredient if you're interested in making this at home for yourself. This was a mess. Oh my gosh. When I tell y'all I was frustrated, I cannot pour it on the spoon to save my life. Normally, I get the smaller bottle, so it's easier to pour it on the spoons. But since this bottle was big, I couldn't figure it out. So I was struggling. Y'all see me trying to figure out a way to pour it on the spoon, because I didn't feel like going to get a dropper. But yeah, I ended up pouring it on the spoon after all, but I dropped a lot of it on the table. So my entire house was smelling like lemon, which I really didn't complain, because it smelled good and it wasn't like an overpowering smell that would choke you. And my family has asthma, so it wasn't too bad. Okay, so now we're going to shake all our liquid ingredients up, give it a good shake so that everything could combine. The color turned out really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see the color, but it was very like a shimmery yellow. And I don't know if it's because I added the food coloring, but this color was really pretty. So after we mixed all our liquids together, now we're going to go back to our bowl. And I'm going to get my big spoon and give it a whisk or stir it up really good so that all the ingredients can mix. just to make sure it's smooth. There's no clumps in there once I add my liquids, because if I add my liquids while there's clumps, then it won't work out right. Like it'll be, I don't know how to explain it. It just won't be right. The consistency will be completely off and it'll just mess up your entire batch. This batch right here will get me about 3 large bath bombs and possibly 1 medium one. This is a small batch. If you do want a larger batch of bath bombs, you could just double the ingredients. This was just a small batch. So yes, I'm just mixing all the ingredients together to make sure it's smooth as I stated. Now I'm going in, I'm going to pour in my liquids. Please make sure if you're going to pour your liquids, go really slowly, because if you pour it fast, you will activate your bath bomb and you won't have one. It won't be a bath bomb, it'll be a mess. Like your entire batch will be destroyed. So I'm pouring it in very slowly. It's going to fizz because of the baking soda, but that's fine. You just don't want to like activate the entire batch. So once you pour it in there, you'll see some fizzing, which is normal. Just start to stir it up. It'll start to clump up, but take your spoon. This is why I'm using a spoon, because I can kind of mush it down to make sure that I'm smoothing out all the clumps. And so you can see all the particles flying around. Like I said before, make sure you wear a mask, because even though it's not, the ingredients are not harsh. It is just baking soda and Epsom salt. You don't want to inhale it. So now I mixed all my ingredients together. It's time to now make our buns. The color, you see how pretty and yellow it is, and they smell so good. Oh my gosh, you guys, they smell wonderful. I wish you guys could smell it through the camera. And so it smells so good, you guys. Like the smell is, I don't know how to explain this lemon smell. It's like a zesty, it's like a fresh cut lemon is exactly what it smells like. It smells really good. And it's not too strong. As you can see, I put a tiny bit because my family do have sensitive skin. So I don't put a lot of these scents inside of my bath bombs, just so that we won't have any allergic reactions or breakouts. So you have to give this a really good press. Otherwise, your bath bomb will not make it. So that's 1 bath bomb down, and you see how perfectly round that is. You have to be really careful when taking it out because it will collapse. It's very fragile when they're wet or when they're freshly made, but once they get hard, they're very strong and they can handle a lot. I'm going to continue making these bath bombs off camera, and I'll come back and show you guys the end results.